gentlemen, one of the three musketeers right here. Three musketeers, just one of them though. How you doing? Nice dagger you got there. I mean that, yeah, whoa. The next guest is Rick Ducommun. He's a very funny comedian. He's a good buddy of mine. He's been in a lot of...
Whoa, wait a minute.
Hey, Rick, what's up?
Jimmy, come here. I got to talk to you for a minute before we do this thing. Let me talk to you.
What's wrong?
Now, I told you I would do your show, right?
Yeah.
But I told you I would do the show on what stipulation? On the stipulation that you would get me a limo. Bring me out here in a limousine, right?
Rick, buddy of mine. Rick. This is the Renaissance, you know, the Renaissance era. In the 16th century, Rick, this was a limousine. This was a limo back then. Look, I got you a chauffeur, didn't I? Look at, how you doing? That's your chauffeur? What's that? Look at this. I got him a bar in the limo, huh?
A bar, some kind of inflated goat's bladder full of some kind of rancid seawater. Thank you, Jimmy, my friend. Yeah, well, Jimmy, you know, most limos have stereos in them. I don't see a stereo.
Rick,
stereo?
Minstrels, there's your stereo.
Well, thank God you know, Jimmy, thank goodness I didn't ask you for a Walkman or you would have had a couple of midgets strapped to my head. Thank you very much. I'm going to get you for this, Jimmy. And that's a beautiful vest. That really looks stunning on you.
You know what this is, Jimmy. Rick? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce Rick. Are you ready to get introduced, Rick? I'm going to perform now. Okay, he's a very funny man. He's a good friend of mine. You've seen him on TV before. Please welcome Rick Ducommun. Ducommun.
How you doing? Jeez, there's some big guys here, man. You are. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Brain Loss Clinic, right here. I'll tell you, there are some big guys here. Are you like outpatients from like some kind of steroid ward? Is that what you're doing here? Your head is bigger than your body, and that's frightening. It really is. You look like Valley College with their heads. Is this strange to anybody? I've never worked outside before, so it's going to be strange because I'm not going to know if you're applauding or just like swatting mosquitoes. I'm not going to know. And 8 hours ago, I was in New York City, and now I'm in the bush working to like coyotes and beaver. This is very exciting. You guys, have you been to New York? I love New York. I love the way you can stop, slow down, turn, or go on a red, yellow, or green light. Just simplifies the whole driving process, doesn't it? I like the way the dotted lines in the road are just suggestions if you wanted to use lanes. I looked close at a don't walk sign, and in big red letters it said don't walk, and in brackets underneath it said, you know, unless you're in a hurry, then go. Last time I was in New York, I was there for the big Liberty celebration. The fireworks were unbelievable. But if I was Russia, I would nuke America during a fireworks demonstration because you could have dropped the bomb on Manhattan July 4th and everybody would have just gone, ooh, I traveled a lot last summer. Last summer I was in Las Vegas. I was there in August. Vegas is very nice in August. If you're a baked potato. No, isn't 115 degrees a little hot for human beings? Could I pull into the driveway and actually have the tires on my car burst into flames? Could I take my sunglasses off the dash, put them in my face, and have them sear to my head for the rest of my life? And I stay in a room with an in-window air conditioner, which I don't think actually cools the temperature. I think the noise just takes your mind off the heat. And gamblers, the stupidest people in the world, gamblers. Who are these women who are playing the slot machine? These old ladies, have you seen them? This hand is hanging lower than their ankle from carrying a bucket of quarters for 20 years. This arm is like Schwarzenegger's. It's like... And what is this game? Keno. Gambling for people who have lost the will to live? No, this is the game. You mark some numbers on a card, you give them your money, then they tell you if you won or not. No, you, lost. But hey, play again. Maybe your luck will change. And what do they give you to mark the card with? A crayon. Oh, you're a Keno player. We don't want to give you a ballpoint pen. You might put your eye out with it. You could be dead and play Keno. You could put a rubber band around Grandpa's hand, put a crayon in there, go, Grandpa, twitch. Grandpa, you're playing Keno. Fun, eh? I traveled a lot lately. I went and saw my folks. Hadn't seen them since Christmas when they came to visit me at my house. I have to tell you, if you have a chance to have your folks visit you at your house, do it. It was an unbelievable experience. I pick them up at the airport. They're going into my house. I'm carrying their bags in, and a phrase keeps going over and over in my mind. My house, my rules. Dad, you will drink milk out of the jug and only out of the jug. Ma, I love you, but if I ever catch you closing the fridge door all the way, your little flabby butt is grounded. First morning for breakfast, we had M&Ms and chocolate milk. Ma, you eat those green ones now. They're good for you. And sometimes life is too perfect. My folks want to go to Palm Springs, so I'm driving along the freeway there. My dad is sitting in the seat beside me. He said, Rick, could you pull over this next rest stop? I said, why? He said, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, you should have thought of that before we left home. Yeah. I've been waiting 20 years to do that, Dad. My car now looks like you're going to have a little accident. Great being a kid, boy, it is. I'm the oldest in the family, which is okay. My parents have 5 kids. They wanted to have a larger family, but they stopped at 5 because my mom read in National Geographic that every 6th child born in the world was Chinese. So, they figured, you know, why confuse the other kids? And, it's great being the oldest. I'd hate to be the only kid in the family, because when you're the only kid in the family, it's like your parents had you, saw you, and went, oh. We'll never have sex again. With the oldest, it's tough, too. It's tough being the oldest, because every time your little brothers and sisters get in trouble, your parents beat the tar out of you, right? Then they say to your little brothers and sisters, do you want some of this, too? No, thanks, Dad. But I think if we could just watch you beat the snot out of Rick again, that'd really teach us a lesson. You guys are great. Enjoy the rest of the show. Take it easy.